I'm now going to look at how to calculate the mean or average. So this is a review of what you covered probably in year 7 or 8. The data below represents the number of pets owned by 13 families, and we want to find the mean or average. So from what we covered previously, mean or average is given by, or basically if you want to find the mean or average, add all the data values. So add all the data values and then divide that by the number of data values. Good. So basically in this case, what we have is, if we add all these data values that we have, there are 13 of them, remember, because this represents 13 families. So if we add all this, these are basically number of pets. If we add all of them, we end up with 41. So 41 pets divided by the number of families. So when you end up with 3.15. So this 3.515 basically represents average number of pets. Okay, so average number of pets per family. So, and this is what we call the mean. So they all mean the same thing. So that's a review of what you covered previously. Now, just remember that this data set can be represented in what we call a frequency table. So if I represent this data in the frequency table, so basically how many families, so here the frequency here represents families, remember? So this represents families. Okay, and here we have number of pets. So how many families have one pet? It's just one. How many families have two pets? 3 families, and so on, 4, 3, and 2. So this is what we call a frequency table. Now suppose we want to find the mean from a frequency table. So suppose we want to find the mean from a frequency table. What are we going to do? Now remember, the thing is, we're going to use the same formula like we used previously for the mean, but we have to organize this information. So what, and remember what I said is this column here represents families. So I'm going to add an extra column. Let me make it a little bit larger. Here I'm going to, in this column, what I'm going to write here will be number of pets, multiplied by frequency. So basically I want to know if one family has one pet, I want to know how many pets in total for each row. So here it's just one pet because that's one family has one, so that will just be 1. Here will be the 3 families which have 2 pets. So total number of pets here will be 2 times 3, which will be 6. Total number of pets for this row will be 3 times 4, which is 12. 4 times 3, which is 12. 5 times 2, which is 10. So if I add an extra row here, now, and this will present the totals. So here I'll end up with 13. Now remember, this represents what? This represents number of families. Number of families. And then here the total will be 41. What does this represent? This represents total number of pets. Total number of pets. So if I want to calculate the average or mean basically will be equal to total number of pets, total number of pets over total number of families, total number of families. Now we have all this information in this table here. Remember, the whole idea of having this table is to organize this information. So total number of pets that we have is 41. Total number of families is 13. If you divide that, you'll end up with 3.15. It's the same answer that we had previously, remember. We had the same answer here, 3.5. So that is the average number of pets. So instead of, working it out this way, alternatively, if you're given the information in a table, you can use this method to work out the mean of particular data that you're trying to analyze.